December fixtures to catch you up on, in addition to this live com for the game against Watford in the FA Cup. So we'll get straight onto the fixtures now, and as you'll see, it has been a bit of an up and down couple of months, but a lot better than the previous few months when we only had one win in the league. So the last time you saw us was the live com against Millwall. We bounced straight back from that run of 5 defeats in a row to beat Hartlepool 2-1. I employed new tactics, playing a 4-5-1 that I actually saw Rick playing on his Southampton season. Basically, it was the, if I can get it up, formations. It was this 4-5-1 with 3 central midfielders, 2 wingers and an attacking forward. And it seemed to work wonders in this game. We came from a goal down after Barkhuizen gave Hartlepool the lead after 18. Emiliano Kassim got his, I think that was his first goal for the club, after 36 minutes. And Christoph Testra just before the hour mark struck to give us a 2-1 lead, and we went on to win the game, and deservedly so by the stats. Very even on possession, but shots wise we had far more chances. We then followed that up in a second. We played at home to Barnsley and drew 1-1. Barnsley were down there with us in a bit of a rut, and when Bebe gave us the lead after 42, I thought we could kick on and get a win from this game. But unfortunately they did fight back. They had more shots than us, although shooting on the day was absolutely terrible by both sides. And Jim O'Brien managed to get an equaliser 5 minutes into the second half, and that's how it finished. And it finished 1-1, disappointing result, but that's what happened. We then played Wolves at home and drew 1-1. Bebe, after 50 minutes, equalising after Samed Yesil had given Wolves the lead after 33. On the day we absolutely dominated possession, dominated chances, and I was really impressed with that performance. Just disappointed that we couldn't get the 3 points on the day. And the reason I was so impressed was, if I just quickly show you what Wolves did in the summer after their relegation from the Premiership. They sold £38 million worth of talent, and spent £28.5 million on new players, bringing in players such as like Federico Makeda, for instance, Stjepan Kukuruzovic. They're all quality players. Greg Cunningham is a really good player as well, and all these, they're top players. Victor Anichebe and so forth. Really top players, and they're just bringing them in easily with the money that they've made out of the Premiership and off player sales as well. So we followed that draw up with a defeat away at West Ham. It was a good performance. West Ham are one of the better sides in the league. We took the lead through Emiliano Kassim after 4 minutes. Dorrans then equalised after 6, and Mega after 28, and Jarvis just 3 minutes later made it 3-1. Kind of looked like it had been put out of reach, but Kassim got his second of the game after 38. But we pushed on, and although it was fairly equal chances wise, they had more possession, and they held on for the 3-2 win to take all 3 points. It was a really good performance by the boys though, and Emiliano Kassim, since I gave him his first team chances, he's really taken it, and he started banging in the goals on a regular basis, which is really good. So that was the end of November. We drew 1-1 at the start of December against Leeds. I was a bit disappointed. John Fleck got a penalty, had a penalty after 12 minutes saved. It bounced back out. Reyno got it on the corner of the box around about here and ran right round and put it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. But we conceded an equaliser through a Ceballos goal with just 10 minutes left, and to be honest, they probably deserved it. They were slightly better on the day, and a win for us would have been a bit of a smash and grab. But a 1-1 draw isn't a terrible result against a team like Leeds as well, who've got some decent players. But we then played Bristol City at home, and we won 2-1. It was a great result for us. Bristol City have been a bit of a they've just been a bit of a horrible team for us to play since we came up. They took the lead through Martin Wolford after 9 minutes. Emiliano Kassim after 24 equalised, and Joaquin Reyno after 36 made it 2-1. and I was clinging on at the end, just hoping and hoping that they wouldn't score a late goal, because they did earlier on in the season when we led 1-0 going into stoppage time, and they equalised in the 90th minute at their place. But this time our domination counted, possession, chances, everything, and we deserved the win on the day. Absolutely dominated the middle of the park. 40% of the possession in the game was ours in the middle park, so really impressed. And then we played Hull away and we won 1-0. It was another good result. Emiliano Kassim with the goal 12 minutes from time to give us the 3 points. We had more chances on the day. They slightly edged the possession, but we dealt with that in a good way and came away with the win, which was really impressive. We then played Swindon away, and Swindon obviously came out last season. We drew 0-0 with them at home. Going away, I thought we've just had 2 really good wins, we should win this, and we played absolutely shocking. We didn't have a single shot on target in the game. They went ahead through a Miquel own goal after an hour, and with just minutes left, Painter made it 2-0 just to see us off and get all 3 points for Swindon. Disappointed because they are down just outside the relegation zone like ourselves, but disappointed not to get anything out of the game. We then played Middlesbrough away and we won 2-1. Really good result this was. Emiliano Kassim again after 10 minutes scoring before Ledesma equalised for Middlesbrough just inside the last 10 minutes of the first half. But straight from the kick-off, we've gone up there, and after a couple of minutes Jordan Jones' own goal went in and made it 2-1 to us, and we held on despite their dominance in possession. The chances were probably just edged our way, and we took those chances that we got and made it a winning game for us as well. 3 points, really good month. If you look at it from December right the way down, we've had 3 wins, 2 draws and a couple of defeats. The next draw was Peterborough, 1-1 at home. They're not a bad side. Tyrone Barnett after 8 minutes put them in front. We did equalise through Emiliano Kassim though after 33 minutes. But John Paul Keogh was sent off them on the hour for 2 yellows. I pushed and I pushed and I pushed, as the chances will show you. We had a lot more than them, but they did hold on to the possession well. You can see them just having more than 50%, which they needed to do to keep us at bay. But we just couldn't take any of the chances we got towards the end of the game, and it finished 1-1. And we then went away to Crystal Palace for the last game of the calendar year and came away with a 2-1 defeat. Michael Higdon after 7 minutes for them put them in front. Leon Britton made it 2 just before half time, and then just before the hour mark, Emiliano Kassim gave us hope with his goal of the game. And if you look at the chances, we should have maybe got something out of the game. We definitely didn't take the chances that we got on the day. Possession was pretty equal, but Crystal Palace were lethal on the day. 6 shots on target out of 7 is really good, and it's what we've got to start doing as well. So Emiliano Kassim has had his name all the way through this episode. I gave him a start just after the end of just towards the end of the last episode, or the start of this one. Decided that he was going to be a goal scorer, and look at the form. He was subbed. He came on in the Millwall game, and then I started him against Hartlepool, and he scored. He picked up a little knock in that game, so he missed the Barnsley and the Wolves games. But then he bounced back against West Ham, scoring 2. Then he scored 1 against Bristol City, 1 against Hull, 1 against Middlesbrough, 1 against Peterborough, and 1 against Palace. And he did get second in the Young Player of the Month, which has just been handed out. Let's get back to that. He came in just behind John Stones of Barnsley. Kassim was second, and Joaquin Reyno was third for us, who's set up a few goals and scored a few as well this month. So this is how the Empower Championship is looking. We've now climbed out of the relegation zone and up into 20th with 2 points clear of the relegation zone, and we are now within reaching distance of these teams above us. A couple more wins which I definitely feel we can get, and I can see us climbing away from the relegation zone towards the mid-table finish, which was predicted at the start of the season, and that would be where I'd like to see us make some improvement as well. So today we have Watford in the FA Cup. We don't have the best of records in the FA Cup, as I'll quickly show you now. We've never, since I took over, we've never made it past our first game in the FA Cup. First season we went out to Hartlepool in the FA Cup first round. That was in a replay. There we go. We drew 0-0 away and then went out at home in extra time. The next season, in our first season in the Championship, we played Plymouth at home and lost 3-1. Last season we got drawn at home to United and lost 2-0. And so this season we've got Watford away. Hopefully we can gain our first passage through an FA Cup tie against Watford. So we get straight onto the game. Two teams. For us it's McCarthy in goal. Back forward Clark, Scott Dan, Mickwell and Sabai. In midfield Mayha, Davis and Fleck in the middle with Testrut. And Reno on the wings, and Kasim is the lone striker. For Watford, Bond in goal, Mears, Kumalo, Wood, an ex-Coventry City player, and Reynolds at the back. Arfield, Jenkins, Stelvio and Olsen in midfield, with Draper partnering Moore up front. Excuse me. So we'll get to the team talks in a second. So they can't look beyond us for the win today. No milestones for us. They've just got a debut and Luke Moore's not scored. God, this guy, 11 goals in 32. He looks absolutely amazing. And he's contracted to Watford as well as he comes through their youth. Yeah. He looks wicked. Grant Draper. How much is he worth? 275k. Who knows, I may be able to afford him. He looks a really top prospect. And yeah, I've got to start looking at Watford prospects because I've heard they do bring through some very good youngsters. So we'll get him marked tightly and hard tackle, closing down. So just do the start shouts, and I'm not going to go with no pressure. I mean, these are a League One side, and just like I expected against Plymouth, we should have beaten them. We should beat these in all fairness. They haven't got Lafondra anymore or anyone like that. They have got that Grant Draper, but we've got a class side ourselves, and we are underperforming this season, so we should be able to get back to winning ways with a win over these. So we'll have, that's fine by me. So we'll get the game underway, and it is ourselves to kick off, and it's going to be Kasim to Mayha, back to Mickwell and Dan to Clark, and it is a pointless highlight to get us underway. Here's Reynolds though for Watford, just a couple of minutes in. Stelvio, Jenkins to Wood, Jenkins again back to Wood, Stelvio, Wood forward, Arfield in towards the box, it's scrambled around, Olsen's got it, Olsen into the box, Mickwell heads away, it's back with Olsen again, it's Stelvio, it's a shot which McCarthy claims well, and we get away with that bit of a goal scramble. I thought it was going in. And it's first 10 minutes gone by and we haven't even got a chance yet of any note. And it's a yellow card for Alban Mayha for us, the Albanian midfielder. So just over half an hour and still nothing coming. Not liking this at all at their place. I want to get a goal in the first half at least. And coming up to half time, it doesn't look like we're going to get a highlight either. One highlight of the first half was one for them, and it was a bit of a scramble, and we were lucky to get away without conceding. But we should really be getting out and getting a goal really. We've got top attackers out there. We've got some great pace on the wings, especially through Testra. He's got 16 pace. He's a class winger. Reno on the other side came through Barca's academy. He's class as well. So Watford will kick off for the second half. It's Moore to Draper, and now it's out wide with Olsen as he races down the left wing. He's gone past Clark, crossed it in, it's cleared away. Stelvio, and Jenkins out wide to Mears and Arfield. Mears passing it around nicely now Watford, but Sabai gets a good tackle in there, and he's fouled by Jenkins, who's going to get a word from the referee, or is it a booking? Just as telling off. Not too bad. So McCarthy with a free kick short to Sabai. Long ball forward for Kassim. He's brought it down. He's in on goal. He hits the side netting. What a chance for Kassim. What an effort. That's the sort of magic the Argentine can produce. He's got some great skill on him and good finishing, and he's just created a chance out of nothing. It didn't look like much, but he's got something dangerous in there. David Davis picks up a booking. It's not a surprise. Fleck into the box. It's headed at goal. Oh, it's hit the bar, and then the rebound's put over. And we're really starting to put some pressure on them now, which means I'm going to go to control, because whilst we're putting the pressure on, we want to control the game. We don't want to give them a chance to get their heads back in the game. It looks pretty even on the possession stats. So we're going to make a change now. 18 minutes to go. It's still 0-0. I do want to get through this round, but I don't want to have to take it to a replay if I can avoid that. Right, we'll get Page on for Davis because he's looking a bit tired, and we'll bring Page back into the defensive midfield role. That's fine, and Proschwitz can come on for Kassim because his average rating's pretty poor today, 5.9. So we'll put him as a target man attack. Team, we want his target man on to his head because he's very tall, so we want to play more direct football, get it forward, and try and utilise his height to win balls in the air. So one of the things I want to do is get the ball forward rather than retain possession. So McCarthy with a goal kick forward to Proschwitz. Proschwitz with the ball to Reno. Page, Fleck. Just over 5 minutes to go. It's Testrote. Get in! Oh, what a poor effort. Testrote should have done better there. And Watford got a corner. It's headed. It's off the bar. Olsen again off the bar. And it's end-to-end stuff here. We've both hit the woodwork now. And to be honest, after it hit the bar the first time, I thought Olsen was going to put it in. Here's Proschwitz. Brings it down inside stoppage time. Page out wide for Testrote. Can he keep it in? No. Goal kick. It's going to be all over. And it is. The referee's blown the final whistle, and it's a 0-0 draw against Watford. I'm a bit disappointed with that. Should be going through. We shouldn't be having to take them to a replay, but that's what we're going to have to do. So I'll quickly stop the video here, and I'll get back to you for the FA Cup draw to do it live. So join you in a minute. So guys, here we are back with the FA Cup 4th round draw. So we'll get straight onto it, do it the automatic old way. 32 teams to be drawn out, or 16 ties. Harrogate or Hartlepool will get Fulham. Don't want Tottenham. Don't want Swansea. I want a winnable tie really. Get some money into the club. Man City, no, thank you. Burnley I would take. No. Prefer a home game as well, not to Millwall, thank you. Really didn't want that. Swindon, yep, no. Sheffield Wednesday or Shrewsbury, no, we didn't get them. Oh, here we are at home. Huddersfield or Barnsley, I will take that, that's a winnable game whoever we get. Barnsley are in the relegation scrap. Huddersfield are probably at the top of League One, I would think. Just have a quick check. They were relegated last season anyway. And Huddersfield are indeed top of the league. So I'd probably prefer to get Barnsley in our league, as it's probably a more winnable game. They've got the replay at Barnsley, so Barnsley will be at home in the replay, so they should win. But it'll be an interesting game, whoever we get. So that'll be the end of the episode for now, guys. I'll join you back here at probably the end of January. So I'll play through these 4 games, plus possibly a 4th round game against Barnsley or Huddersfield, whoever we draw if we get through. And that way I can recap the January transfer window. So I'll play through those, and I'll live comp the Brighton home game for you. So thanks a lot for joining me for today. If you have liked the episode, please do give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as ever, leave any comments you want to ask me, any questions about anything, or any comments you got to make on the series. Are you enjoying the series? Let me know. I'll see you again soon, guys. Bye.